Attention, Vikings fans. In today's video, we've got a controversy that's shaking up the National Football League and could change the rules of the game in the playoffs. Don't miss the golden opportunity emerging with negotiations to bring in a new talent to bolster the offensive scheme. And there's more, a $51 million signing that has all the makings to make the defense fiercer than ever. Finally, don't believe everything you hear until you check out the outcome of the legal issues faced by one of the top wide receivers, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. But how? Want to stay in the loop on all these explosive details? Then get ready, because what's coming next is hot. Welcome, show your Viking support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. Vikings fans, buckle up. Justin Jefferson, Minnesota's phenomenon, isn't just playing on the field, he's also changing the game off it. After a stellar season, with the team racking up an impressive 14 wins, the injustice in the National Football League's playoff format became clear, and Jefferson stepped up to challenge it. In a fiery interview with Yahoo Sports, Jefferson aired his frustration with the current playoff format. With a 14-win campaign, the Vikings had to play a road game, a tough pill to swallow, especially when teams with worse records enjoyed advantages. With the season we had last year, to go and play on the road, it was definitely something different. It definitely needs to be looked at, and it's something we need to figure out, because having 14 wins, that usually doesn't send you on the road in the playoffs, Jefferson criticized. The star receiver pointed out that, despite having a chance to secure home field advantage in the final game against the Detroit Lions, the loss shouldn't have stripped them of that privilege, creating a clear disadvantage. We definitely had the opportunity to play at home with that last game in Detroit, but even losing that, we still felt like we should have had the home field advantage. This statement isn't just a rant, it's a strong call for a review of the rules, a need for a fairer, more equitable system that honors regular season performance. Jefferson's outrage resonates not only with players and coaches, but also with us, the fans, who feel every play and every decision. As we gear up for the 2025 season, Minnesota is undergoing major changes, with J.J. McCarthy taking over as the starting quarterback, sparking heated debates about whether he can keep the Vikings at the top of the National Football Conference. And with Jefferson standing tall with Minnesota, his impact goes beyond receptions and touchdowns. He's shaping the future of the league. What does Jefferson's leadership and call for fairness mean for the National Football League, especially with changes on the horizon? As the league considers adjustments, the role of influential voices like Jefferson's will be crucial. But in the meantime, the fan base is more fired up than ever to support the Vikings, ready to tackle and overcome every challenge. And while Jefferson's words echo across the league, we've got another piece of news that could be a game changer for the Vikings offense. Noah Fant, a name that rings with potential, was released by the Seattle Seahawks, creating a golden opportunity for the Vikings to reclaim the throne of having the best third tight end in the National Football League. This position, crucial in head coach Kevin O'Connell's scheme, could gain a new talent. Noah Fant, who hit the market on Sunday afternoon, brings the pedigree of a first-round pick from the 2019 draft by the Denver Broncos and was a key piece in the trade that sent Russell Wilson to Seattle. While his production dipped over the last 3 years with the Seahawks, his potential remains high, and his ability to stretch the field could revitalize the Vikings' 12-personnel formation. Our team felt the loss of Johnny Munt, who was often considered the best third tight end in the league. Without him, we faced a gap that needed filling, and Fant emerges as the ideal solution. His past connection with T.J. Hawkinson, his former teammate at Iowa, where they competed to be the top tight end prospect, only adds to the intriguing possibility of on-field synergy. Adding Fant to the roster would bring not only a vertical impact to plays, but also elevate the entire passing scheme. With Hawkinson already established, Fant could be the missing piece to open up the game and challenge opposing defenses in ways we couldn't last year. Tight end screens involving him would definitely be more explosive. The big question is, are the Vikings willing and able to meet Fant's financial and playing time expectations? Is he worth the gamble, considering he could maximize his skills and complement Hawkinson in a way Munt did before, but possibly at an even higher level? This potential acquisition isn't just about adding a player, it's about sending a clear message to the league that we're here to compete and innovate. With the direct impact it could have on the Vikings' performance, this is a move that could very well redefine the season. The next piece of news is about how a $51 million acquisition puts the Vikings among the best offseason moves. The National Football League's signing season is always a goldmine for savvy strategies and moves, and the Vikings didn't hold back. They not only tweaked the offense, but also made one of the most impactful and strategic moves on defense, signing Jonathan Allen for $51 million. This move isn't just about numbers. It's about bolstering an already formidable defensive line and sending a clear message to National Football Conference North rivals. Jonathan Allen, coming from Washington, brings the weight of being a two-time Pro Bowler. Despite an injury-marred 2024 season, his track record shows he's a force to be reckoned with on the defensive line. With him, the Vikings' defensive line looks not just strong but downright terrifying. Teammates like Javon Hargrave and edge rushers Jonathan Grinnard and Andrew Van Ginkel make this front one of the most feared in the league. This reinforcement comes at the perfect time. The National Football Conference North is stacked with talented quarterbacks like Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, and Jordan Love, who now have even more reason to fear facing the Vikings. With 49 sacks last season, our defense promises to ramp up that number, relentlessly pressuring opposing quarterbacks. Plus, the Vikings didn't stop there. They also took care of bolstering the roster with smart, financially responsible moves. The return of Pro Bowl cornerback Byron Murphy Jr. and the additions of Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff Okudah complement a defense that, if all goes as planned, could be one of the most complete in the National Football League. On offense, the contract extension with running back Aaron Jones and the arrival of Jordan Mason to back him up are moves that show careful planning and a focus on a balanced attack. The Vikings' clear strategy was to strengthen every area, ensuring both the defense and offense can compete at the highest level. The investment in Allen, along with the careful moves made across all areas, shows not just a commitment to immediate improvement, but a long-term vision that could very well bring the Vikings back to the top of the National Football League. Now, the update everyone's been waiting for, because the Vikings and Jordan Addison are at a crossroads with a decision involving a multi-million-dollar loss. The dynamic Vikings wide receiver faces a pivotal moment that could significantly impact his career and finances. The resolution of his legal troubles brings relief, but also substantial challenges involving millions of dollars and the integrity of his future in the National Football League. At the heart of this story are the implications of a recent court decision. Addison, who faced DUI charges in Los Angeles, managed to resolve the cases by pleading guilty to wet reckless, a term that still implies acknowledgement of reckless behavior involving alcohol while driving. While this plea deal avoids a potentially scandalous and grueling trial, it triggers a possible 3-game suspension by the National Football League due to the league's policies on substance-related infractions. This suspension carries not only a loss of 3-game checks, totaling $264,000, but also threatens to void the $4.6 million guaranteed in his contract. This decision therefore puts nearly $5 million at stake for Addison, highlighting the severity of his actions' consequences. Addison, who racked up 1,786 yards and 19 touchdowns in just 2 years, has shown immense potential. His on-field ability isn't in question, but this situation puts more than just his athletic skill under scrutiny. It puts his decision-making and maturity in the spotlight. Being suspended and losing contract guarantees are tough blows, but Addison has a chance for redemption. His agent revealed that over the past year, he voluntarily engaged in events and programs with Mothers Against Drunk Driving and deeply reflected on his actions. This is an opportunity for Addison not only to return to the field with renewed vigor, but also as a transformed figure, a player who learned from his mistakes and is ready to move forward positively. His next steps are critical. How he handles this adversity could define the rest of his career in the National Football League. The Vikings, for their part, support Addison through this process, but are also cautiously prudent, knowing another incident could sever all financial ties with him. In the face of these legal and contractual challenges, Addison's story is a reminder that on-field talent must go hand in hand with off-field responsibility. How will Addison and the Vikings navigate these turbulent waters? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the repercussions of this decision will echo through the season. The day brought everything from Justin Jefferson's firm voice demanding fair changes, to the strategic and potential addition of Noah Fant, to the blockbuster moves strengthening the defense and Jordan Addison's challenging decisions. Today, we explored not just the game but what it represents beyond the field. Which piece of news caught your attention the most, and what other moves does the team still need to make? Your passion, energy, and loyalty are the heartbeat of Vikings Nation. So, let's keep that energy going. Share this video, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest Vikings updates. Stay tuned, SKOL Vikings, let's go!